Hey everybody, Matt here with LGN Gaming. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about the difference between dedicated and non-dedicated servers in Ark on the Xbox One, and specifically the dedicated server that LGN Gaming is going to be operating and inviting you guys to. Now, to start off, I'd like to talk to you guys about non-dedicated servers. Now, if you go down to host local, you can host a non-dedicated multiplayer session or play single player. Single player, like it sounds, is basically just you in a world alone playing by yourself. But if you host a non-dedicated multiplayer session, you can invite other people to the world. Now, when you invite other people, they basically just spawn in around you, and there's a limited area where they can travel to. It's a circle around you. It's relatively large, but not huge. And the way it works is if they ever die, they respawn right next to you. They don't get to pick where they spawn on the map. And it's actually instantaneous. So if it's just you and a couple friends who want to go in and mess around, it actually can be pretty good. It can be pretty fun because they respawn right next to you. It works out pretty well. But the thing with that is you can't really have multiple tribes on a non-dedicated multiplayer server because you're always right next to each other. So like you can't build in multiple places at the same time. You can't explore like off on your own, let's say, if you're not the head person running the non-dedicated multiplayer server. Now, up here is host a dedicated server. Now, when you do this, it actually takes all the Xbox's power to run the server, and the player running it doesn't actually get to play. So in order for us to have this run, we actually have a separate Xbox and a separate Xbox Live account running the server. But when you do that, you can have people go wherever they want. Basically the entire world is theirs. There can be more than one tribe, all this stuff. It's pretty interesting. Now, we actually have a server we've been running for a while. I think it's somewhere around day 80 at the time of recording. It might be different by the time I put this video up. Now, we're on the center. Difficulty level is 1. We have all that except show map player locations. Friendly fire is disabled. That's so you can't kill your own dinosaurs. I've had quite a few situations where I accidentally shotgun or accidentally stab one of my own dillos that are following me around, and in order to not have that, friendly fire is disabled. Now, player damage is boosted to 1.5. This way, the player does more damage to other players and to other dinosaurs. This is just something I added in. Not entirely sure why. It's not entirely noticeable. Player resistance is normal, I believe. The XP multiplier is actually 10. So, it's actually very quick to level up, I've noticed, which is kind of nice. You level up very rapidly. Taming speed is actually times 15, which is really noticeable. Most dinosaurs you can tame with just like either raw meat or major berries, and you can tame them pretty much without even using any narcotics. And some of them are even close to perfect tames doing that. Higher level dinosaurs, of course, still take a bit more, but it's very noticeable and it's pretty helpful. There's a reasoning behind all these increases I'll get to in a bit. Harvest amount is also up, so you harvest a lot more resources, and player character health recovery is normal on that server. Dino health recovery is also normal. Player harvest damage is times 3, I believe. It's very noticeable how much more resources you get. And the reason being is this server, I want it to be fun. I don't want people to have to grind a lot to be able to get good bases and stuff like that. And also, this is a PvP server we're running, but we're sort of shying away from like raiding and going more into Coliseum battles is something I would find interesting. Actually having Coliseums set up around the map, having people fight within a Coliseum, whether it be player versus player, dino versus dino. I mean, I'd like to see dodo fights, have people tame real high-level dodos to fight, and even all the way up to having gigas fight. That's why we have the increased harvest amount and the increased taming speed, so that we can get these high-level dinosaurs to fight within the arenas and stuff like that. And I really want to shy away from raiding too. That's another reason why harvest amount is increased, because I want people to be able to build big bases and have them keep up, and have them be able to keep them standing. Because a lot of times in public servers, public PvP servers, pretty much any time I tried to build something, it'd get destroyed pretty quickly. And I don't know, I like to be able to build stuff. That's a big thing I enjoy doing. And that's kind of why I'm making this server. Another thing that's upgraded is crop growth rate. So crops grow very rapidly, actually. So you can get your crops up and running pretty quick. And in the future, I'm planning on making a couple community centers with all the amenities you'll need, like forges and workbenches, fabricators, stuff like that. That way people will be able to go to a community center to get on their feet before they actually make their own base. Like I said, this server is open to the public. There's no password to get in. The server is called LGN Gaming. I'm not entirely sure what days we'll be putting the server in operation just yet. If you're interested in joining the server, feel free to subscribe, and I'll be keeping you guys posted on when we'll have when the server will be in operation, what times you guys can join in, stuff like that. I'll keep you updated on what community centers are getting built, things like that. It should be pretty good. I really hope some people decide to join. That'd be really great. That's getting to the end of all I'd like to say in this video, I believe. If you guys liked the video, feel free to leave a like. If you'd like to follow the server and actually maybe even join, feel free to subscribe. That'll be the best way to keep informed on when we'll be operating, stuff like that. I'll make sure to post videos to keep you guys updated on any community servers, any community centers going up, any coliseums finished, any fights we actually do. And if you guys watched the whole video, thanks a ton. Leaving a like helps me tremendously, and yeah, thank you guys a lot. Well, I'm Matt with LGN Gaming, signing off. See you guys next time.